Hello, friends. Welcome back to Shadow Play Tarot. Friends, happy Aries season. We are in the full swing of fiery ass Aries season. And I don't know about you, but I was definitely feeling ready to start this astrological new year, hit the ground running, and just like move forward with the things that excite me, right? A little chaotic, but I was fine with it. And then 1 week into Aries season, and I'm like, wow, this energy is definitely coming out swinging. So I don't know how you guys are feeling, but I am definitely excited to see what kind of insight we can gain into the month of April. Through our horoscopes. So I do have a couple of announcements to talk about before we jump to our fiery horoscopes. The first being that I have updated how you can book a personal reading with me. I did add it as a product to my online shop, and that is how you'll be able to pay for your reading. Currently, you should expect to get your reading within 1 week of when you purchase it. It'll probably be sooner, but I have some things going on right now that are kind of putting my name out there a little bit more, so I am starting to get busier. So if you have any questions, I have also updated a new email where you can reach me just about tarot, and I will definitely try to get back to you within 24 to 48 hours during the week. The weekend, I might be a little spotty. But so check it out. I am adding the link down below. And like I said, there's a few different readings. I put up a general reading, a career reading, and a love reading. I just want to let you guys know they're all pretty general. Like we'll hit on different areas, but like the career will be more focused on your finances, on your work, like that kind of stuff. And then the love reading, I'll be more focused on your love life, but you might get other messages as well that kind of correlates to your energy. So don't stress too much about the options. And, I just kind of want to get a general idea as to what you want me to look into. And yeah, I listed my email on the site as well. So if you forget, you can just click that and contact me with any questions that you have, and we'll talk them over. And if you have a special request, we can also talk about that as well. So currently my schedule only permits filmed readings like this, but it'll be just personal, like just for you. So I'll be emailing you a private link to your reading where you will be able to come back to it as often and whenever you'd like. So you'll always have access to those messages. And let me see if there's anything else. I think that's it relating to the readings. The other thing I also wanted to touch on is if you follow me on Instagram, there is a scammer, friends, and I have been posting about it, but I know it's the algorithm's weird. So I've been posting about it every day, but trying not to give it more energy. There's literally nothing I can do. Instagram kind of verified that for me. They got back to me on one of my accounts, my other accounts that I reported the scammer on, because of course I was the first one that they blocked. So if it wasn't for you guys, whoever it was that reached out to me over DMs and was asking me if I have a second account. So it's exactly the same as mine, the same name over on Instagram. My candle shop is Shadow Play Collective, but they added an underscore at the end, which is like so lame. And they copied all my photos, you know how that works. But the worst part is that they're like DMing people, pretending to be me. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that, guys. That's also kind of the push. Just know I will never reach out to you. If you want a personal reading, I'm more than willing, but that's because you're coming to me. So I don't seek anyone out in that way. Let me see. Okay. And then the last thing I would like to talk about is super exciting news. Starting April 1st, which I think it's going to be April 1st when these horoscopes post, you will also be able to find additional horoscopes, but they're written, not in video. They're my written horoscopes that I'm doing over for my friend's site on happilyevaafter.com. I'm also adding that link here below. Super exciting. Eva and I have known each other for a while, And yeah, we just decided to do this little collaboration. I'm going to be kind of like a guest. I'll have like a guest spot over on her site monthly where we'll be posting additional horoscopes. So you'll still have these in video form. And then if you're interested in seeing what I have to say over there, you'll have to check them out. And then Eva and I are also going to be doing monthly lives where we just kind of go more in depth into what's going on. Yeah, we'll give more details on the horoscopes, or if there's any like cool eclipses, or like, you know, just stuff like that. We're like fun witchy conversation. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure that you give me a follow over on IG, but please make sure that it does not have the underscore at the end. I am just Shadow Play Collective or Shadow Play Tarot as well over on Instagram. All right, friends, that is the most I've talked to you about non-tarot. Well, it was tarot related, but you know what I mean. That's the longest intro I've given, but I just had to let you guys know that I'm really excited about the little revamp on the site. I did add additional options for candles as well, selling them in bulk. For those of you that are like me and just burn through the supply so quickly, I always have them on my altars. You know, just it's a vibe around here. So if you're also like that, make sure to check it out because that might save you some coins if you want to purchase in a slightly higher quantity. All right, my friends, that is what I have for you on the news front. And now let's jump to your readings. Let's see what April has in store for us, friends. Hello, my Aries babies, and happy birthday season, Aries. I just love you guys so much. I don't know, is it weird to say that I wish I had a little more Aries in my chart? Y'all are just so fiery and you take charge, and there's definitely a lot of important Aries in my life, and there's about to be one more. We have a little Aries baby boy that's about to be born into our family any day now, so even more reason to celebrate. As you can tell, I am excited to get to our horoscopes, my Aries babies. Let's see what the month of April is bringing you guys. Let's see what your energy you currently find yourself in. Let's just see what comes through. Spirit, thank you for allowing me to channel these messages for our Aries friends. What is their current energy in the month of April, Spirit? What's my Aries friends' energy in the month of April? What's my Aries energy? What's going on with the Aries collective in the month of April? I hope that card doesn't come out the way that it keeps showing itself to me, Aries, but I'm seeing like something feels a little out of your control and it might be kind of testing you a little bit, but we'll see, my friends. We'll see. What's my Aries energy in April? Okay, yeah. We have the devil reverse, so your reading's coming out swinging. You know, but when this devil reversed, when it shows up reversed, I should say, when the devil shows up reversed, this is telling me that you are aware. You are aware, and you're trying to release. I like it. Page of Pentacles. You could be dealing with a younger earth sign, doesn't have to be, or this is a new opportunity, a friendship, a chance at working on something that might have potential. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse, so yeah, you're just feeling a little, I don't know, we'll see why. Okay, there's no communication here. So there's someone that you're, let's see what it is, okay? But right now what I'm feeling is someone's really in their head about not communicating, and someone's being emotionally unavailable or like purposely holding back their love. But at the same time, they're not ready to actually move away from the situation. They're still very much, at least mentally invested. I don't know, my Aries friends. The only emotion I see coming through here is like, it's unavailable. It's gone cold. We have, well, I do like this energy together. The Five of Pentacles in reverse with the Devil in reverse. So this is coming out of a hard spot. This is releasing ourselves from, in this case, there was something that was restricting you. it was restricting you pretty good, whatever it was. If it was your finances, if it was a lack mentality, if it was health, whatever this is, there's something that was keeping you, like, I'm feeling a hard time here. But like I said, there's also a sense of release and trying to help ourselves is what I'm getting. You're also like, I do see that there's a very beautiful partnership here. We'll look into it some more. This could, some of you could be looking for an opportunity to grow this, work on this, or looking for the opportunity of this with someone that you already feel connected to. Only take it how it resonates. The Two of Cups, it can be romantic. It could be soul recognition. It could be a new friendship here. Two people that come together and want to work on something together. So maybe you're getting yourself out of a negative mentality when it comes to partnerships. You have a very specific the way you think about commitment and your long-term stability, and maybe even if you're in a situation that's been long-term and it doesn't feel like it's working out, you're very mentally either stuck there, or the reason I feel stuck is because I'm just feeling so restricted. I'm feeling like even my ear is kind of ringing. I don't know if some of you feel like you're restricted in some way. And listen, all the Aries that I know, like, they're not into feeling restricted, even if that's life circumstances. Every Aries I know does things to change their situation, but there is something here that's kind of feeling heavy about your reading. So if you're currently finding yourself having a tough time, I'm encouraging you to continue doing what it is you're doing, because it feels like you're releasing something. But there is something here when it comes to your thoughts about the long term or about commitment. Yeah, and I don't feel like you're talking to someone or you're not expressing something. You've been very in your head about it, and I'm seeing the end of the cycle though. But it comes, we'll look into why that King of Swords in reverse. It comes with like I don't know if this is a mentally stubborn energy of someone that like doesn't want to change the way that they view something or they think about something, or there's a lack of confidence in communicating or in telling the truth, and someone here is just like done. They're done because it's been stressful. You could be cut off from communicating with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Doesn't have to be, but that energy is very strong here. We also have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and Capricorn coming in pretty strongly. Why the King of Cups in reverse? Yeah, it's like you throw in the towel. This situation isn't this. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, this situation, you kind of view it as like something that you can't grow, like something about it can't change. And I see that with the Ace of Swords here. So it's even if you're not the one that's like being stubborn about something, it's like something can't offer you stability or like long term, because there's so much lack of clarity and possibly even lack of communication. And I feel like you're kind of over it. Because I feel like it's like tiring. It was probably very taxing on you. And this situation probably couldn't provide for you emotionally either, in whatever capacity, if this was a friend or a lover or a family member, or, even if this is pertaining to work. Yeah, sometimes our jobs don't love us back, right? So this could definitely pertain to many different areas. Definitely an area where you were not feeling the greatest. And it just left you too unbalanced. The emotions are too unbalanced. Someone here just wants to drop it. But there's also a sense of someone here isn't putting in the work to get to a better place either. I don't know if this is a physical place, or a mental or a spiritual place, whatever, emotional place. It's probably all popping up because there's different people listening, but it feels like the work isn't being put in. And if there is work being put in, it's not like focused enough to actually make change. So what I mean by that is, say you're throwing yourself into your work, like whatever it is you do for work, and that's just kind of what you're doing, all the while expecting that it's just going to get better. And what I'm seeing here is you can do that, but the things over here aren't necessarily getting better. Like you're not moving any further away from the situation. The situation has left you, like knocked you off of your confidence. I feel like someone here overpromised and underdelivered. There's possibly broken promises or empty words being spoken. Yeah, this took you from an energy of feeling like, I feel like you were feeling pretty good at one point. I don't know how long ago this was, but at one point this became too much of a burden. There could have been a second chance here, but someone was like emotionally immature and was ignoring something or being detached from this Empress, from someone who's very creative, very abundant. Like this person isn't a chaser, and I'm assuming this is you, and you may have been dealing with someone or something that wasn't as mature as you. I mean, you could be dealing with someone younger, or I don't know, those energies were just kind of coming through for you, my Aries friends. All right, so this is what I have for you as your current energy for the month of April. Let's pick this up and then let's get into, let's get into what you can expect. Let's see. We'll ask for that, and then we'll, of course, ask for advice. And then, my friends, I don't think I mentioned it, the second portion of your reading will be your love reading. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. Thank you for letting us know Aries energy for the month of April, Spirit. What can my Aries friends expect in the month of April? Oh, your confidence is going to be going up. We'll leave that there. Or there's a fire sign around you. What can my Aries babies expect in the month of April? Someone here, something coming into balance and being fair. What can my Aries expect for the month of April? What can my Aries babies expect? You're going to be feeling real hot and cold, real pros and cons. If you're a pros and cons person, you're going to be feeling pros and cons because there's a part of you want to remain defensive. Like you've been fighting, you've been defending, and this is a situation that didn't end up working out or a missed opportunity. And you're kind of ready to like let the guard down and like stop fighting for something that didn't end up working out, but there's something that you're like back and forth about. I'm also seeing the Four of Wands in reverse. I feel like there's a lack of commitment here because this King of Wands, even though he's hot, even though he's fun, and I'm just saying he because he is a masculine energy, but this is genderless. Even though like he comes off this way, he can also be kind of non-committal to one situation because he does get so much attention, and this person is creative and they might be in the spotlight. The reason I say spotlight is because I'm noticing this like circle behind the king, and usually when my eye is drawn to a certain part of the card, there's a message there for someone. This person could be a summer fire sign, so maybe a Leo. Doesn't have to be. I'm just getting something about the summer or they're in the spotlight. For some reason, I feel light shining on this person. We're also getting the Seven of Swords here. So there has been deceit going on. Someone here hasn't been aligning their words with their actions. And it could have been this person, because there is a back and forth energy and something not working out, an opportunity that was missed, or a failed start at a new beginning. We have the Four of Pentacles reversed with the Seven of Swords. So like I said, it just feels like there's deceit wrapped up here, and someone just kept really guarded. And I don't know if someone here is telling you or trying to show you that they're ready to open up, and you're not trusting it because you're not fighting for this anymore. But maybe part of you is still kind of like, should I, shouldn't I? And that's what I'm feeling, because you're showing me the Lovers underneath the deck. So it's, you know what, we're going to put that right there, because I feel like that's what's happening with this fire sign, is that they want union with you, but you're feeling like, even, okay, say that this person did give you commitment and it's not about that. There's still something about the home and an opportunity that didn't work out that is making you not trust this. So yeah, could be about anything, but that's what I'm getting. Why the Four of Wands in reverse, Spirit? Yeah, you don't want to lose sleep over, like, you're like, that situation stressed me out enough. Like, I'm kind of done. I'm kind of done. And if you're this King of Wands, if you identify with the King of Wands, this is you showing up very attractive in your life, energy wise. I mean, physically, like, people are like looking to you. You probably do something that garners attention, and people look to you to lead. Maybe it's lead in whatever industry you work in, or whatever it is you do. Maybe if it's even how your family views you, and you're like the creative one that always like does stuff for parties. Like, there's something here about this kind of like energy of like stepping into that and wanting to be in full alignment of when it comes to what you want in your home, your commitments, if this is about marriage, and you just don't want to stress about it anymore. Yeah, I feel like someone here is going back and forth. This is probably you going back and forth over, maybe it's if you should fight for this or not. I'm not sure if this is a second chance situation, but I do think that there is going to be something that comes up that leaves you feeling like you're a little torn. There's something that sounds really promising and exciting, and I do see that it is. Maybe it's you going out to have fun, or you bringing more something fun into your life. Maybe even like hanging out. It feels like something exciting, fun, maybe even passionate. But you're back and forth on whether it's not if it's going to make you happy or not. You're evaluating, like, well, that may sound fun in the moment, but is this going to cause a disruption in my family, in my community, in my happiness more so? Yeah, I feel like there's something that's trying to be corrected when it came to a missed opportunity. This Ace of Pentacles, I feel like, is either someone feeling like they missed something out with you, or you view it as something that was it just didn't work out. But there's a sense here of righting the wrong. If this has to do with contracts, this is about, like, I don't know if it's rewriting a contract or like making something right. And that could be verbal contracts. It could be legal, but it feels like if you agreed to do something, type of like relooking at that, commitments perhaps. Libra energy also coming through. So there could have been competition in a situation where someone was sneaking around and trying to get away with something, or within a group, someone was trying to sneak around and get away with something. But there's also like, you don't trust. I feel like there's something about this you don't trust when it comes to other people. And it's if you do trust it, you're kind of feeling like you're going to have to be vulnerable and get out of your comfort zone in order to like reunite. Like there's something about coming together with other people that you're kind of like not really sure if it's going to be fun or if it's just going to cause more disruption is what I'm feeling. There's something about it you don't trust, and if you get involved with this, or if you decide to give something another shot, or connect back with people that in the past it didn't work out, it's going to require you to get out of your hermit mode. I think it's going to be clear how you feel about something, but you might be holding back someone here. It's funny. I pulled the same card twice right now that I looked. My Aries, that's what I have for you for what's coming towards you, or what you need to know about in the month of April. It sounds to me like you're just going to be thinking about how you want to move forward and if you want to bring certain people back into your life. All right, my friends, let's pull some quick advice for you. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What advice do my Aries babies need to know for the month of April? What advice do my Aries friends need to know for the month of April? Aries, I don't know if it's you or someone else, but it almost feels like someone doesn't want to let you go or isn't ready to put something like to bed, to rest, maybe to bed. I don't know. What advice do my Aries friends need for April, Spirit? Oh, the Sun. Walking away. So the key to your happiness is going to be walking away from anything that is no longer fulfilling you. Even if you have emotions, these are the things that make you feel somewhere deep inside that you either can't grow here, or it crosses your boundaries. This is a situation that kind of maybe like your self-care falls off in some way, or you're just kind of, I feel like it throws you off balance, and this is encouraging you to leave those things behind. If it's a mentality, or if it's a belief, if it's a person, place, or thing, that could be different for everybody, but this is something that you're not satisfied with. It's actually draining you more than you might realize. It's keeping you in this very back and forth energy, and it's also keeping you from like being able to either view something clearly or gain some form of truth from a situation. There's something here that's being clouded when it comes to the things that you're involved with. So Aries, my suggestion would be is if there is a chance at a reunion with people that you did not have a good experience with, situations that you didn't have a good experience with, something that didn't work out in the past or that doesn't feel right, it's kind of for a reason, and maybe it's time to evaluate if maybe you should walk away from whatever that is. And I wouldn't be saying that if I didn't see the Sun card here and you coming up as this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which is telling me that the situation isn't really serving you. And it doesn't leave you in feeling very sure about it. All right, my Aries friends, this was your general portion. So whether or not that was love, I'm not sure. That's not for me to say. But I hope you got something from that. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. Now, what can you tell me about Aries' love life? What's going on with my Aries' love life? What's going on with my Aries' love life? What's their current energy in April when it comes to their love life? I'm being shown the same cards, or a lot of the same cards as we got in the general portion. So you could very well have been hearing love messages throughout that. All right, Spirit, what's going on with my Aries friends' love life in the month of April? What's going on in their love life? Queen of Swords, wanting to bring down the sword. I will cut you. This is why I feel the way I feel. I think X, Y, and Z. I don't think X, Y, and Z. Being very clear, very vocal. Some might even call you a cold-hearted bee, but it doesn't matter because you're speaking on how you feel with conviction. You're also, there's something about boundaries coming through for you since the general part of your reading. We have the Star card, remaining hopeful. Maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, but there's something very healing about this. What's going on with my Aries love life? Well, you're not into it anymore, that's for sure. So if you were hooking up with somebody, or if you thought you wanted somebody, or if you thought you wanted a situation that at one point felt like it was going to bring love or passion into your life, I feel like it's not there anymore. We have the King of Cups showing up with the Page of Cups. So what's very interesting here, Aries, is the difference in levels of love. There's someone who's very mature and very capable of loving, but they're also like not someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. Like they don't show it. And then we have someone who is younger, perhaps, maybe even a child, or someone who's more emotionally immature than this other person. And it's crush feelings, it's young love, it's sweet love, it's child type love. So there's a big difference in maturity and love level here. Maybe that's something that you are expressing or realizing. We'll see. Like I said, it could also be a child and they're just showing up in your reading. What's my Aries energy when it comes to love in April? Yeah, there could be kids involved. I'm seeing 2 pages. Possible water sign or earth sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Doesn't have to be. They just feel like very young energies. If not, this could be friends. Someone who's more loving and like cutesy and sweet, and someone who's like good at projects, or maybe like a long time friend where there's deep love for these people. There's that 2 of Pentacles again, and it's coming out in reverse. So just make sure that in the way you are communicating, I am seeing that there is going to be fiery, fiery. Well, you are fiery. These are all swords, but they're heavy swords. They're not like decision-making swords. They're not like new idea swords. They're like, I will fucking cut you if you even look at me that way. And I feel like you might be going over in your head what you're going to say. But there's also a sense of like not taming it down, but getting the words just right, just what you want to say. And you know there's going to be conflict, but I feel like you're puffing your chest out and you're going for it. If you don't feel like you're like that, like puffing your chest out and ready to go for it, there's still definitely something here about remaining hopeful when it comes to arguments or conflicts, feeling mentally conflicted. This could also be mental health coming through because you're kind of really in your head about something. And whatever it is that you're in your head about, it's leaving you very unbalanced. But the message is to stay balanced. Now we have the Queen of Cups showing up. So we have 3 different people showing up in your reading. We have the Queen of Swords, we have the King of Cups, and we have the Queen of Cups, and then we have these younger energies coming through. So there is definitely a lot of people coming through your reading. This could be family, this could be friends, this could be someone you're involved with that is emotionally immature. Maybe even there's other people involved. The only reason I say that, guys, is because there's so many people showing up in your reading. But earlier when I said you don't want this, you're like no longer like attracted to it. It's like at one point maybe it is what you wanted. I feel like this has just made you be really emotional, or it's like emotionally thrown you off. So your Queen of Swords had to take over. I feel like you had to shut your emotions down and let your head take over, and with that comes its own almost its own cost. So Aries, with that comes its own thing, which is maybe people aren't going to like what you have to say, because you're going to say it. I feel like you felt left out of this King of Cups, whoever this is, whoever this person is you viewed as loving, or they have deep love. There's something about not having enough, or I think this person made you feel left out in some way, or you left this person out and it made you Maybe it's because you don't want it anymore. So it could be vice versa, but there's something here about being like left out in the cold when it comes to this person. There's like love there, but there's something going on with here that you're shutting down. With the Page of Cups, like I said earlier, it just feels like very sweet, gentle, childlike love, and something about getting out of your head when it comes to that. So if this is about a child or someone younger, it feels like you're just going to be releasing whatever you were telling yourself about that story, because it feels like restrictive. It feels trapped. And there's also taking a step back. If this is a friendship, taking a step back in order to heal from it, possibly even creating some form of distance or just not communicating with this person. You might find yourself listening to a lot of music during this time, or sounds of some sort that bring healing. I feel like you're trying to take this opportunity to like get something out of it. In this case, it's like take a break from it. But yeah, guys, I feel a lot of people coming through in your reading. So I don't necessarily know if this was romantic love, but if it is, there's a disunion going on with this person. And someone here is feeling sad, because I feel like someone here may have been blocked. And I was kind of sensing that since earlier. All right, my friends. That is what I have for you for your love reading. And now let's pull some charms before we wrap the party up. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What else can you tell my Aries friends? What other messages can you tell my Aries friends? Oops. Thanks. I got it at Versace. So this pin for me, it reads different every time. This to me is pointing out that Seven of Swords. Someone's faking the funk. Someone's trying to fake it till they make it. Maybe that means something to you, but it feels like someone here isn't telling the truth. This situation could be dealing with an ex or someone you have a past experience with. I was really getting that in the general part of your reading, that there's an experience here that kind of soured, and you're left to wonder if you should try to make it right or give it another chance, or something along that way. We have the Mickey, the melted Mickey pin. This could be like childhood connection. Maybe someone here likes Disneyland. Maybe there was something very intoxicating about this connection. We have Homer and Marge in the sprinkle heart. So definitely this could be about romantic love and someone that you were interested in, someone that you were dealing with that right now it feels like you guys are in separation. If you're physically still together, it doesn't feel like the connection is flowing. We have the hopeful birdie. You did get the message of hope with that star card, of remaining hopeful. And this is also like a reminder for your own, like if you feel like you're having, like if you're mentally kind of struggling some days because your thoughts are on overdrive, it's like try to remain hopeful. Because there is hope in the situation. You might be dealing with an Aquarius. When I get this little Roswell alien, I always think, anytime I see aliens, actually, I kind of think of Aquarius energy. And you did have the star card come through. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, or you yourself could have Aquarius somewhere prominent in your chart that keeps wanting to come through. This is kind of another Aquarius. The person that made this is an Aquarius, so that's funny that it keeps coming through in the reading. A reminder to be careful. Like, it's okay not to tell people your moves. Like, this is about kind of keeping things to yourself, and maybe that's what you're doing. We also have sadness wearing the cure sweater. So there was sadness coming through in your reading. I did see that with the Five of Cups earlier. Again, friends, something about you and music. I'm into it. Sadness is wearing the cure sweater. So maybe someone here likes the Cure. We also have X for DMX, another music pin, and we have Aaliyah and Bjork. So yeah, I think someone here really likes music and you connect through music. There's something here about going back to music you used to listen to. I'm getting a very nostalgic vibe. It's probably because of all the pins that came out together. Something here about remaining true to yourself. I mean, not something here. There's definitely something here about that. But if someone needed to hear it, that message is for you. Like, don't be afraid to be who you are. Like, Bjork was freaking dropping eggs on the Grammy red carpet at one point. Literal eggs out of that swan dress. We have Aaliyah, One in a Million came to mind. Also, rock the boat. Don't be afraid to rock the boat. But you're an Aries. You already know that. You don't need me telling you that. And we have Maggie on the skateboard. You guys, maybe there's a Simpsons connection, a 90s connection. There's something very nostalgic about this end part of your reading, very young. Maybe this person reminded you of when you were younger, or you've actually known this person since you were kids. All right, my friends, that's what I have for you, my Aries babies. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will catch you the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my Leo friends, and welcome to your April horoscope reading, friends. I hope you're doing amazing. Today, we're just going to jump right in because we have a lot to cover. The first part of your reading will just be looking over general messages. This is going to pull up a variety of topics. So love could definitely be included. And the only reason I mention that is because the second portion of your reading will be solely focused on love. So if you do skip to that part, just know there might be something from the first part of the reading that you miss. We're going to be looking into your general energy for the month of April, what's heading your way. We're going to be asking for advice. And then during your love reading, we're just going to check your general energy when it comes to love for the month and anything that's going to come up that you need to know about. All right, my friends, let's get started. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages for my Leo friends. What's going to be their energy in the March of April, Spirit? What are my Leo collective's energy? What's going to be coming up for them in the month of April? I almost said March again. What is up with that? I had to film your intro a couple times because I kept saying March, my Leos. Maybe you're stuck on March. Maybe you don't realize it's April already. All right, Spirit, what do my Leos need to know in the month of April? In the month of April, Spirit. What is my Leo baby's energy going to be in the month of April? All right, we have the energy of you you're done fighting. You're done defending yourself. And you're also like getting out of your head about something. I did just see the Strength card, which is a Leo card. We'll see if it comes through, but maybe that's you. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what you're dropping. What's the energy for my Leo spirit in the month of April? What's my Leo's energy? We have the Judgment card. We have the Two of Wands in reverse. You're not sure how to proceed. There's something here that either came in and it was just kind of like an epiphany, an awakening, or I'll look into it. Maybe this is another situation coming back around, a second chance. Whatever this is, I feel like you are trying to get out of your head. You're not sure if you want to keep fighting for this, but you're also not sure how to move forward because you're not, I'm getting the feeling that you're not feeling recognized, or you don't feel like you're winning in this situation. And that's kind of making you maybe step back, or just, like I said, it just feels like you're done with the fight. At least for now, Leos. We have the Four of Pentacles, which has to do with our stability, the stability we've worked hard for, but we're holding on very tight. You could be feeling very guarded. It could be also the energy of money and how we spend money. You're getting out of your head over an ending. You're not I think in March you may have been telling yourself a story that kept you feeling very trapped, and now I feel like you're coming out of that. I am sensing there is a decision to make. Part of you's tired and you don't want to keep fighting for it, but there's another part of you that you're also not sure how to move forward. I love this. You have the Nine of Cups with the Judgment. So there is a wish fulfillment. I feel like comfort is coming through as well. There's something about comfort and about having like a deep knowing. Maybe this is like because if it is like an epiphany or an awakening of some sort, it's like this, whatever's going on, whatever wake up is going on, it's leading to a wish being fulfilled. I really like that energy is there. I also feel like you're surrendering, but you're not necessarily, you may have been like waving your little white flag, but you're not necessarily moving forward. You're trying to figure out what it is you want. You might be focusing in April. I mean, some of you could be dealing with an Aries. You don't have to be, but the Magician is Aries energy. There's something that you're kind of sitting back and maybe realizing your own power, or like working on manifesting something, or tapping into all your resources to make something happen. But I don't see you moving forward. I don't see you changing course. I don't see you choosing different. I feel like you're choosing to stick with wherever it is you're at right now. This could be, with this Page of Pentacles, it could be a job situation, a project, a friendship, something that is being built on, but it's not being recognized yet. So I don't know if right now you're working on something and you're just feeling like you're not being seen, and possibly like knowing that it's not time yet, or you're just not feel like you're not being recognized by the work or friendship. It's not being recognized. Getting to know someone is also coming through, but it's also like, I don't know, there's something here about you're not feeling seen. You're holding on okay, so this could be about money for some of you, or whatever else right now you're focusing on when it comes to either your money, your home, your work, health, perhaps. I'm not really seeing health, but it is Pentacles. There's slow moving action. I feel like you're coming up with a plan. And maybe that's why you know it's not time yet. Maybe you're like, the work I'm putting in now, it's like working towards something. And that's also part of this Magician energy that you're putting in, is that you are conjuring up whatever project or home situation, whatever it is that you're focusing on. It feels like you're staying in place right where you are, but you're working on this wish because you know it. Like something in you knows that this is for you, and it's going to be slow moving, but you're also trying to maintain practicality. Watch your spending, Leo. That's definitely coming through with these two cards for me. Something about slowing down or planning ahead. Take that as it resonates. Some of you may need to like rebudget, or like, I feel like your plans require it. And there you are again. There's that Strength card. Having the courage to move ahead. And I think that's what you're doing. I do want to let you know your plan is slow moving, but it is moving forward. I don't necessarily know if your plan is going to be something that's building for the long term. Only take that as it resonates. It feels like there's something here about how things have been done for a really long time that's not working out. But there's a resistance to kind of changing course. So if you feel like you needed to hear that, then that message is for you, my friends. All right, that's the energy that I see you're going to be feeling in April. All right, thank you, Spirit. What's heading towards my Leo's way in the month of April? What do they need to know about that's going to come up for them? Spirit, in the month of April. What's going to come up for my Leos in the month of April? What's coming towards them? What do they need to know about? What do we have to tell them, Spirit? What do they need to know about? We have the Seven of Swords. That could be you not trusting something. That could also be you being honest with yourself. Only take it as it resonates. But there is something about finances that came through in the beginning. So this is telling me that someone needs to align their actions with their intentions. So if your intention really is to get to a better place than where you're at and to grow that plan out, it's going to require a form of authenticity. This is an opportunity for you. There is opportunity here, a new job, a new project, a new friendship, a new something that is it's not a promise. It's just an opportunity to start something new, but it's going to require you to either like relinquish control on certain things or stop fixating on something that you're currently fixated on. Earlier, I did say that it seems like someone doesn't want to like change their course of action. So maybe that's something that you've been, circling around in your head for a while. Only take it as it resonates, my friends. And the parts that do. This is a collective reading, so not everything is going to be for you. And if you feel like it is, then that's awesome. All right, friends, I was just shown the Two of Wands in reverse. I'm seeing you not take action. You're kind of sitting back, but it's not like not taking action. You're not changing course. There's a sense here of you overgiving in a situation, or someone here is overgiving time, money, resources. What's heading towards my Leo's way, Spirit, in the month of April? Overgiving to partnerships that aren't aligned. I also see you taking a step back, kind of keeping to yourself, a new perspective, trying to come in. But whatever this is, it feels like there's a fixation on an imbalanced relationship of some sort, whether this is a business partnership, a romantic partnership, a friendship. There's another person showing up here, and it's not, someone is giving too much without getting in return. Why the Seven of Swords, Spirit? Why the Seven of Swords? Yeah, there's something here that I feel like you might be avoiding, Leo. I mean, if you feel like someone's lying to you and trying to get away with something, then you know your life best, Leo. But this is something that I feel like might be your intentions aren't lining up with what your plan of action is. Maybe you feel like you can't trust this opportunity. If that's so, there's something from the past that you've already learned that you're not implementing. You also need to have patience and temper yourself in this situation. Bring balance back to yourself. There's a real opportunity for growth here. With this Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, this is going to be something that's really nice. If it's work, it's going to be something that grows, something that is nurtured and it gives, and it's just a really nice energy. If it's home, this is like a new opportunity to do something different at home. If you're a parent, this is an opportunity when it comes to something about how you provide. Especially if you're a mother or the nurturer, there is a new opportunity here coming in as to probably how, if this is work, it's how you make your money. And even if you're a parent, it's like an increase. It's a new opportunity at an increase at resources to help you continue to grow and flourish. But I don't know if you trust it, or there's something here that needs to be, that hasn't been addressed, that needs to be brought back into balance. Why the squirrel in reverse, Spirit? If you do find yourself in that fixating energy that I was talking about, maybe wanting to control and just really, I'm focusing on the eye of this squirrel, how it's like a swirl. There could also be like you're feeling negative about something that used to be really fun, that was a fun opportunity. It could have been a new project, a new person come into your life. There's something here where it's kind of turned negative in your view of it, and it's kind of keeping you stuck on it feels like fixated energy. Why the Six of Pentacles in reverse? You're weighing your pros and cons. You're very like pulled in a different direction when it comes to who gives what do you get out of it? What have they been giving? What do you get out of it? Because there's an imbalance here. And maybe this has changed. Maybe at one point you were the giver and the other person was the receiver. And then the pendulum swings and then they're the giver and you're the receiver. But if that is the case, it doesn't seem like it's ever been brought to balance where there is a point where both of these people or situations were in a mutual reciprocity of give and take. Why the Two of Cups in reverse, Spirit? I feel like that awakening that we talked about earlier, it's back again. You either want a second chance at a partnership that didn't really work out, or you're having an epiphany over that relationship, that partnership. Maybe it has to do with unequal give and take. Maybe that's what has you feeling like this. But I do see you pulling back. Why the Hanged Man, Spirit? You're pulling back to try to analyze the situation, but there's also distance being created, trying to avoid really dealing with those things that are uncomfortable. Only take what resonates. I'm getting Aquarius energy coming through, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. I'm kind of seeing someone here wants to talk or has expressed how they think and feel. Someone here is feeling very hopeful, and maybe it's over information that they got or a message that they got. I feel like someone's like keeping an eye on you, or like maybe you're not in a creepy way, but it's like maybe online you're being watched. But I feel like you know it. I don't know. Maybe this is also about recognition. Recognition and you setting the boundaries and you expressing what it is you want. There's also truth in that card. There's truth there. And this is not truth. That's the opposite of truth. So yeah, my Leos, that's what I see is heading your way in the month of April. Let me see if there's anything else. I think I got it all. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Let's ask for some quick advice when it comes to this situation, and then we'll move into the love portion, my friends. This could have been love. It could have been work. I mean, it could be really anything. Oops, look, I was about to grab the deck I used for the love readings. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What advice do we have for my Leos? What advice do we have for my Leos in the month of April, Spirit? What advice do we have for my Leos in the month of April? What advice do we have for my Leos in the month of April? We have the Page of Cups in reverse. We have the Lovers upright. And we have the Star card. So for those of you that this is about a relationship or a partnership, you could be dealing with someone who is less mature on an emotional level than you are, or the way you're viewing this could be keeping you like, I don't know, there's something here that's disconnected when it comes to young feelings of love, real sweet, like a crush, but it's coming off as immature. And this Lovers card is serious business. This is both of these are. It's like there's almost like I don't know if it's your emotional maturity or someone else's, but it's like the hope that they have for this union is coming from a place that might be a little emotionally immature. So I don't know. This is like serious, and this feels like middle school. If I had to put it into like terms like that. Because this Lovers card is about divine union. It's about coming together with a soulmate, perhaps, divine partnerships, but it also has to do with aligning from within yourself. And I see healing and recognition here, and I know this is what you want. There's a hope for this union, But this isn't the love energy that I like to see attached to this Lovers card. Only take what resonates, my Leo. What advice do my Leos need to hear? Again, there's a real need to be authentic here. This isn't, I kind of had a feeling that that was you, my friends. I love you, Leos, but there's something you're not being truthful about, or you're not trusting. And there's going to be a need to, for vulnerability and most importantly, authenticity. I just had to sip on my tea, Leo. Before I continue, you're being encouraged to really, like we talked about this, have patience and temper your emotions, temper how you feel about something. Heal yourself. You've already gone through things in the past that have kind of taught you lessons that you can apply now. Why the Page of Cups in reverse? So part of this emotional situation that we have going on over here, someone here is like disconnected from their intuition. Maybe they're, I don't know if it's like letting your emotions take over and cutting off your intuition. There's something here that we need to get truthful about, and it has to do with how you feel about something. The hope is divine partnership. The hope is falling into alignment and getting recognition and healing. I'm seeing a lot of healing, but I'm also seeing the need to be authentic and something here about how we emotionally view something, because there's no movement forward where your feelings are right now, or if this is someone else, how the feelings are being expressed or not expressed. That there's an emotional, perhaps like attachment, because we're questioning our investments and where we want to invest. It just feels like there's no clarity here, and it might be like outdated the way that that you feel about something. And I mean, hey, when we feel, right? But there's something here that possibly when you allow yourself to fall into alignment, because there's no way that you can get to this Lovers card if you're Seven of Swords and you're coming up as Seven of Swords, or something is coming up as Seven of Swords, and that's telling me you can't trust it. But when you're in the Lovers, you have divine trust. It feels like a melting of two things, whether this is a melting of two people coming together or a melting of yourself within yourself when you fall into alignment and your heart, your mind, and your spirit are now all speaking the same language. Instead of your mind telling you one thing, your emotions being kind of trapped in a box that the last time you opened it may have been in middle school. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it depends. Like, it depends on what has been going on here. It's going to be different for everybody. But I just feel there's something young about the way that something is felt that doesn't fall in line with what you're truly hoping for and what you want. Why the Lover spirit? Yeah, we have the Devil reverse, which if you haven't heard me talk about this before, so these are kind of, in my head, they're sister cards in the tarot. As you can see, the Devil and the Lovers are both very similar. This one has an angel. Don't quote me. I believe it's Archangel. I'm not even going to say it because I don't want to say the wrong one. It's it's either Michael or Raphael, but and then this one has the Devil. So they both have two otherworldly beings looking after them. And the Lovers here, this is a divine union brought by a meeting of souls. Like, it could be destiny. It's like these are the things that are meant to fall into our lives. They're blessed. They are things that were meant for us. These are divine unions. When we have the Devil energy, the Devil brings us together and chains us up with restriction, with overindulgence. This is this is a card of negativity, of heavy feelings. Yes, sometimes we can tap into Devil energy in a different way, which is hardworking and focused and very Capricorn feeling. You could be dealing with a Capricorn or a Gemini. That these cards correlate to that. But I just wanted to show you how these cards came out mirroring each other. Now you got the Lovers card upright and we got the Devil card in reversed. This to me is feeling like you are trying to shake off some of the some of the restriction that has been placed here. Part of that part of that restriction could be how you view something. Maybe it was an emotional attachment, something that kept you from thriving. Like, it may have been fun for a while, it may have worked out for a while, but over time it became toxic. And I see you trying to release something toxic when it comes to divine union. So maybe that's even, we did see that there's like a new perspective trying to come in. The other card you got was the Five of Pentacles upright. This is making me feel like, I don't know if sometimes you get a little down about feeling left out, or maybe if you're not in a divine partnership right now, you feel left out of that, or you feel like you don't have enough of it. But there is a wanting to release those negative feelings, but the feelings of not having enough are still there. But I feel like this is being pointed out because there's the things that Spirit would like to highlight the most have to do with lining up your actions with your intentions, allowing yourself to come into alignment with what is for you. Like I said, it feels like your mind, body, spirit, and heart are all kind of speaking different languages. I feel like you are hopeful, and I do see you getting over losses from the past, things that made you sad. Maybe things that you felt you didn't have enough of. Spirit would like you to be authentic and truthful as to what it is that you would like reciprocated. Where are the situations? What are the situations where you do give like you receive, or that do give you back how you give? Does that make sense? And the Temperance, why the Temperance Spirit? We have the Seven of Cups, so it's hard to come into balance, I feel, because maybe you feel like you have a lot of options, and you probably do. And maybe you're afraid of like picking the wrong one, but there's something here from the past that can help you with that. Like, if you think back to past experiences and what felt right for you, when you felt the most in alignment, if it's work, what jobs you did stuff at that you liked the most, what was it that you enjoyed about those jobs? If this is about relationships, kind of the same thing. Maybe you have a lot of people to choose from, but maybe a few of those people remind you of the past and you kind of should know better. Maybe it's been triggering you to overgive to those situations, and that's something you need to be truthful about. It's like all these little blockages that are popping up for you are what's kind of keeping you from being able to fully fall into alignment. Part of it could also be not having the confidence yet, or maybe just not being sure what you want. There's a real hesitancy here as to taking a leap of faith, starting new, and what's going to make you happy. I feel like there's a tinge of negativity that's staining this view of the future and what's going to make you happy. Because like I said earlier, I didn't really see you making an actual move, even if you do have a plan. Whew. All right, my Leos. Let's move into your love reading. And I hope y'all don't hate me when I say things. It's not me, it's Spirit. I'll open up a Spirit hotline so you guys can dial it and let Spirit know how you feel about your readings, friends. I never know how these are going to go out, but when I see a loud message, I feel like I need to deliver it and hopefully help you clear this blockage. Any blockage. I mean, most of the time, guys, who's the biggest blockage? Our own damn selves, guys. Myself included, man. I've C-blocked myself from some real nice things in life. Let me tell you. But we're learning. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What can you tell us about my Leo's love life? What can they expect in April when it comes to their love life, Spirit? What can my Leos expect in April when it comes to their love life? What can my Leos expect in April when it comes to their love life? What can my Leos expect in their love life in April, Spirit? Oh, you're taking a break. You're moving slow. There's kind of like there's that feeling of taking methodical and logical and trying to plan out, evaluate, and move forward slowly. I feel like you're taking a time out in April. You're probably focusing on other things. Either that or you're literally just taking a couple days and not thinking about love. What's going on in my Leo's love life in April, Spirit? Look at that. Look at that. Being authentic, my friends. You're going to drop the mask. I feel like you might be truthful about something. You might start lining up your actions, your intentions with what is best for you. I see slow movement forward, and I see a coming back together. Like if there's a separation, this might be a coming back together. If you were feeling like you weren't getting enough of something, that's being expressed. That could possibly be what you weren't being truthful about. But there's something about a recovery from that. I don't see you making too many moves. If you make moves, Leo, it's going to be very slow. You're conflicted. There might be other people involved, or there just might be like a lot of conflict or drama. I see you just kind of sitting back. I see you knowing it's not time right now. I feel like you're focused on other stuff. Your plans that you're taking, you've removed your emotions out of it. It's like you're focused on a plan. I don't think you're focused on love in April as much, I should say. Why the Four Swords, Spirit, for my Leo's love life? Yeah, you're taking a break. You're taking a break from, I feel like, from people in some way, from getting to know people, or from a friend or someone here that, if you're talking to someone, I feel like there's a space that is created, not out of anything happening, but out of you needing to heal. So there's something painful that does come up with a truth, with someone putting the mask down. There's something that's revealed perhaps, or someone is truthful about something, and feelings of sadness and grief come up. But this could be from something that already happened that you were pretending to be okay from. Like there's something here about you were covering up or not acknowledging, or like something that wasn't like authentic. And now that it is, there's feelings of sadness about it. We'll look into it some more in a second. Why the Five of Pentacles, Spirit? Why the Three of Wands? Wow. Yeah, I don't think April's going to be a month for I can't even talk, with a focus on love. So you are missing someone. You're very conflicted, but there's also memories from the past that are kind of holding you back. They might be blinding you and keeping you confused and keeping you from feeling very confident and abundant in the situation, and possibly feeling like the situation can't grow. Maybe that's where the sadness is coming from. There's a feeling where someone here was giving like romantic promises, or like offering something, or offering up feelings, but they were kind of empty. They were kind of empty promises, and it feels, maybe that's what, I don't know, maybe that's what you weren't really acknowledging in the past. But this feels like, for some of you, this could be someone coming back in. I don't know. I mean, it could be, and that's the person you're taking a break from. But you know that they're like empty promises. I think that was tiring. Maybe that's what made you sad. I don't see you moving forward. I see you kind of sitting back and watching. There's something that you already know you don't want. With this Ace of Wands in reverse, it feels like you don't want it anymore. It may have been passionate and fun and exciting. It could have been a promise of a new start, but now you're like, nah, I'm not going to go for it right now. I'm just going to heal, because you know what, I'm upset about it sometimes. I'm not feeling my greatest, but I'm just kind of trekking along. That's kind of the energy that I'm feeling. With this Four of Pentacles in reverse, I'm kind of feeling like there's something here that is making you loosen up the grip on a situation that you've been holding on to. This was a situation that you may have been holding on to for stability because it was stable, but it's not nowhere near enough like what you can have. Like whatever you're holding on to, it's like just enough, but it's like by letting go, I feel like that's also part of your healing. My Leos. Let me see if there's anything else. All right. Let's pull one more time for your advice for your love life, and then we'll do a little charm reading before we close out your reading, my friends. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What advice do we have for my Leos when it comes to their love life, Spirit? What advice do we have for my Leos when it comes to their love life? What advice do we have for my Leos when it comes to their love life? I was seeing the Two of Cups. There it is. Partnership. Let's see if that comes back through. Feels like soulmate connection for some of you. We have the Moon reverse. Don't be afraid to face the things that, that are a little scary, the unknowns. Don't be afraid to face them head on, because there's almost like a hesitancy or a resistance to some like deep healing when it comes to something here. We have the Empress reverse. This is keeping you in an energy of not being able to grow and flourish. It's like energetically, it kind of feels stuck. Like you're this very creative, abundant person, someone who attracts and doesn't chase. And in this situation, it's kind of holding you back from sitting in all of that Empress glory. We have the Emperor. So we have divine counterparts showing up here, but they are not seeing eye to eye. These people are not together. They're both fiery. They're both creative. The Emperor is usually very stable and committed and a leader. And the Empress is the feminine energy counterpart that grows life, and both of these are not flourishing in this situation, and there's a need to kind of like face something about it. It's the key to gaining clarity. It's going to bring an answer for you. It's going to expose a truth. Okay, we have the Hermit reversed. Why the Moon in reverse, Spirit? Why the Empress? Look at that Devil card again. You got it in both decks. Why the Emperor? Why the Ace of Swords? Expect communication. There's something about a communication coming through. I mean, this could even be something that you read online and it brings clarity, or you see something online, or someone actually reaches out to you. I love that. The Queen of Cups with the Hermit reverse. It's like, let your love out. Let your love out. Okay, so let's go over here. There's definitely an imbalance when it comes to how something is viewed. You got the Page of Cups in reverse again. You got that at the beginning part of your reading. It just feels like this feels scary because it could be emotional, dark waters that maybe you haven't really gone through in the past. There's something about this that's really scary, but it's also something that hasn't been addressed that's holding you back. For some, I mean, this could be about children, because the children show up as pages, and we have two of them here. But for the most part, I kind of feel like this is something to do with the way we love, and it's not up to our level anymore. It feels kind of trapped in the past. Maybe there's, maybe for someone it's like childhood wounds when it comes to love and relationships that were surfacing. Something about old memories kind of keeping you trapped. This energy that has a hold on you, there's something very toxic or negative in the situation. There could be a codependency of some sort. It doesn't have to be sex, drugs, rock and roll. It could be addicted to someone's validation or addicted to how someone makes you feel. Basically, when we're hooked on things outside of ourselves that we end up depending on to make us feel our best selves, that is the energy that's keeping you trapped. It's keeping you from really building this life and giving life to things and flourishing. With this Emperor reversed, if you're dealing with someone, which I think a few of you might be, if it's coming up, there's no movement forward with this person. It's so slow moving that it might not even happen because this person isn't in a capacity to be coming up with a logical plan to actually make forward movement or make something happen. This person is not sitting in their power. I feel like one of you, now they could be reversed. I'm going to say you're the Empress, but feel free to swap them around. One of you is being held down by something very restrictive and negative, and it's affecting how you possibly view yourself or how you can take care of yourself. It might be draining you of your resources in some way, but it's keeping you down. And the other person, they're not in their power. They're not leading. They're not being this powerful, reliable person that will commit. Like I don't even think they can give that to themselves right now. They're on their own planet going through their own stuff, and there's no plan to move forward here. I think the best thing to do is, if you are involved with someone else, it's time to focus on yourself and try to break this chain of whatever is holding you down. Like I said, there is a truth and clarity coming. I do see that with the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. And at the end, there's something about loving. It's like love comes through. It's almost like like going from a Page of Cups in reverse to a Queen of Cups. This is day and night. This is someone that has deep emotional depths and empathy and love in a situation. Unconditional love in a situation, and there's something about healing from that and coming out of holding that back or keeping it like packed away. Oh, all right, my Leo friends. That's been a long one. You guys have gotten the longest horoscope so far. Lord, I've been trying to keep them at 30 minutes, but your girl is a talker, my friends. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What else can you tell my Leo friends? What else can you tell my Leo friends? All right. I already see lots of music pins. Is there lots, or did I just make that up? There's two. We have Aaliyah, 1 in a million. Maybe someone here likes to listen to old R&B jams. We have the Wu-Tang Killer Bee logo, but this is the Empress for me because of this honey drip. This always reminds me of the abundance of the Empress. That's coming through for you. And also Wu-Tang, like literally, they're like it's like encouraging you to like stand in your power. I was going to say they're like hard up. We have Miss Argentina. I always think of, if I knew then what I knew now, I wouldn't have had my little accident. So maybe there's something that you wish you knew then that now you do know. Maybe that's what you're about to get to. We also have the Ha Ha Clown pin. Maybe there's a Simpsons fan or someone is afraid to look like a clown in a situation. We have the T-Rex eating the goat. Maybe someone here likes dinosaurs, Jurassic Park, but also Circle of Life vibes comes through with that for me. We have the melted Mickey pin. Maybe someone here likes Disney, also childhood coming back. Or also there's something very intoxicating about the situation. We did have that devil card. And then we have the vintage California license plate of Aplácate, which is Spanish for calm the F down. So if you feel yourself fixating on something, friends, remember to aplácate. All right, my friends, that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your April horoscope, and I will catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my Sagittarius friends. I hope you're all doing amazing, and welcome to your April horoscope reading, my friends. We have a lot to catch up on, but first of all, how are y'all holding up? It is Aries season, so I wouldn't be surprised if you are fired up in some way or feeling affected by this Aries fire season. Your passions might be really turned up right now. We're going to see what's going to come through in your reading. We have a lot to cover. The first part of your reading will be the general portion where a variety of topics could come up. More often than not, love does show up in the general part, especially if there's important messages that you need to hear. But the second part of the reading, we will be focusing on your love reading. So we'll try to keep them separate, but we'll see what comes through. We're going to be checking into your energy for the month of April. We're going to be looking into what's going to be heading your way. What do you need to know? Some advice. And then we're going to end it all with a little charm reading. All right, let's get started. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages for our Sagittarius friends. What is our Saggies energy in the month of April? What's going to be my Sagittarius friends' energy in the month of April, Spirit? What do they need to know about their energy in the month of April? I am seeing recovery, if it's money or feeling left out or feeling like you don't have enough resources or you've been left behind. I'm seeing a recovery for that, okay? Even if I don't touch on health, but if that's something that you haven't been feeling good, I see that there's going to be a bounce back. We're going to turn that up right because I do believe you are powerful and you are manifesting. If you don't feel powerful right now, just know that your thoughts and your intentions are still affecting what you're attracting in. So just keep that in mind. But this is someone who is tapping into their resources, what they have at hand, and what can they build, opening up the toolbox and getting shit done. We have the Four of Swords. I feel like you've been keeping to yourself and healing, taking a break from something perhaps, and just kind of, you know what, mama needs to rest type of vibes. What's my Saggies energy for the month of April? All right, we are having, I don't know if this is a marriage or just a home situation, a very stable structure that is, it's like, it's something that is like traditional, but there's something in the home that's coming out as like feeling shaky or not built on stable ground. So maybe that's what you're taking a break from and you're trying to manifest change. We'll see what that is, okay? What's my Saggies energy in the month of April, Spirit? All right, you're staying up late. I am seeing that sleep is a thing for you. I was kind of seeing that there. I don't know if you're not getting enough of it. Well, I know you're not getting enough of it, but it feels like hopefully at some point you do take a break. You're having a difficult time letting something go when it comes to your home. If this is a marriage, you're having a difficult time. I'm not going to say what, but proceeding through or breaking away from tradition when it comes to something relating to your home. It's keeping you up late at night and even though there's a cycle that's trying to run its course, you're like, no, I'm not done yet. In the past, I think you've been mentally conflicted over you having the power to change things or the power to create change and draw in the kind of life and life experiences that you want. But I see that you're trying to walk away from drama or you're trying to walk away from a mental conflict or maybe even arguments. It's like this is requiring you to drop them. There is a beautiful... If this isn't an existing partnership, this feels like whatever break you're taking, you're making the best decision for yourself. You're trying to fall into alignment with yourself. And there's something here about taking a break that's tied into that. If this is a partnership, I feel like you're taking a break, but it's healing regarding something of this partnership, this soul connection, these two lovers. It's not reversed, so that's good. Which tells me that if this is a relationship, you're still together. If this is a decision that you made, it aligns with your innermost highest, or your highest good. Okay, I see. Okay, so if this is a relationship, It doesn't have to be marriage. Marriage to me just kind of means like you're deep in it. You are committed. You've been living a life together. So whether or not there's a piece of paper, that's kind of doesn't really matter to me when I speak about that. But it just feels like something here is veering off of the traditional path. It's maybe you're wanting something that's outside of like the norms, the social norms, or what's been norm to you perhaps. But it's almost like you're like, I've invested, I've done X, Y, and Z, I fertilized all the plants, why aren't they growing? And that's kind of like the same vibe that I'm getting here. It's like a real like looking at things and waiting for something to happen, waiting for something to grow. But at the same time, I think you're getting a little impatient because it hasn't been panning out the way that you planned or the way that you expected. There is a big shift coming when it comes to your home, or if this is a marriage, you're married, whatever feels a little shaky for you, that's your foundation. If this message is for you, you already know what I'm talking about. There's going to be a shift that happens and it's going to change the way you live. And maybe that's what's bringing stress and you're not ready for that shift to happen. You're like, no, I've invested all my time and energy here. It's like, I know it has potential. Why isn't it growing? But there is a big shift coming to it. Why the Nine of Swords, Spirit? The Death in reverse. You're back and forth about it. So it's like 1 minute you're ready to let it go, and the next minute you're like, no, it's not done. It possibly can't be done. What's this Tower about, Spirit? It's going to lead to happiness. It's what's necessary for you to It's what's necessary for you to get to your 10 of Cups. Your 10 of Cups is your happiness, your dreams coming true when it comes to your home, your wife, your kids, your dogs, your farm, your whatever it is, whatever makes you happy. This is almost like I hate to say it, Saggies. It's like an initiation into that life. You want that life, then this is what it's going to require. Ooh, I'm getting chills. Why the Tower? But if someone here is feeling disempowered, that's your energy. You're feeling out of control and you don't like it. There's the divine partnership here. There's a masculine and a feminine energy that complement each other. The feminine is very grounded right now, and this is genderless. So if this applies to you or the other person or the other situation in your life, whatever this is, I do feel like it is people though. The feminine energy is feeling very grounded and very much like, if this is a mother, like staying grounded, being very fruitful and focused on taking care of herself and her responsibilities. This is someone who is creative and attracts things into their life. I'm feeling like you're in a very attracting mode of attracting things in your life. That's why I kind of started your reading off with a little, I'm going to pull this too, because this is beautiful. You have the full card underneath. You have the Six of Pentacles after the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Oh my God. It's like I could keep pulling. I'm not going to keep pulling because we could literally tell an entire long novel. Okay. So this Empress is feeling like, okay, I got this. I got this. Her higher knowing has taken over. It's stressful. It's keeping you up at night, but you know what's up. You have a higher perspective. You're also very intuitive during this time, my Saggies. So pay attention to your feelings. If you see synchronicities while you're thinking of something, or you were just thinking of something, like make note of it. You could be seeing numbers or little signs here and there. The reason I say that is because your third eye feels like it wants to communicate with you. Maybe it does this late at night, but there's a feeling of stress with this. So maybe you're also kind of stressed over your gut is telling you one thing, but you might view it as like a disaster or chaotic or like a lot to deal with, something stressful. So we already talked about how this feminine energy is feeling very balanced. We're getting Pisces vibes, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, heavy on the Scorpio in your reading. Aries, Virgo, and Taurus are coming through. I would say Scorpio, Taurus, and Pisces are like the loudest signs in your reading. Um, so there's like a lot of emotional depth here. But there's also an inner knowing, and your intuition is helping you through this. Even though if that is stressful, trust me, I have been there. I'm like, why am I supposed to follow my intuition when my intuition is literally making me feel like I'm going to jump off a cliff and die? But I did not die. I survived, and my life is now different. And I can tell you that from personal experience, that I myself had to go through this initiation in order to get to my 10 of Cups, which I'm currently working on. And that's what I feel for you. I'm sharing that because I feel like there's a similarity here where something big has to happen. And even though it is stressful and it is going to cause big change, it's essentially getting you to what you want, which is to be happy. This masculine energy is not taking the lead. They're not feeling in control. They might be even difficult to deal with at the moment, meaning maybe they're hard to talk to. They feel a little unstable, unreliable, maybe even their confidence. So I definitely see the feminine thriving. I mean, you know what I mean. It's like the feminine feels grounded and the masculine's like, what? Like, yeah, there could be an ego situation as well. Mother-father dynamic could be coming through. That's not going to be for everybody. This definitely could be a husband situation. I mean, it doesn't have to be a husband, a partner in that way. The provider, the masculine is the one that feels a little lower vibrational right now. I do see it is going to be difficult for you to kind of let it go because you are going to be back and forth. But I wanted to pull these cards because I wanted to show you what's waiting for you. There's a new journey that's coming. You don't know anything about it. You haven't walked this path before. It's something brand new, but it is going to require you to trust in it and take a leap of faith. I see the feminine doing that. It's going to bring a reciprocal energy into your life, meaning what you put into things and situations, you're going to get out of it. So if this is your time, you're getting something out of it. If this is your money, if this is your love, it's like it's coming back to you, possibly not in the same form. I mean, if it's love, yeah, for sure. But, if you put money into it, the investment is bringing something else in, is what I mean. It feels very balanced. It feels give and take. But this comes after a situation or a missed opportunity that the memories of this, the memories of the good old days, how it used to be, and what didn't end up working out are coming up as a blockage. I'm being shown what's to come, but I'm kind of showing what's keeping you in this feeling of yes, no, pros and cons energy. All right, that was a lot. I mean, I feel like that was a lot. Let me see if there's anything else, Saggy. All right. Whew. So that was your energy. That's where your energy's feeling like it's going to be at in the month of April. Let's see what's heading towards you. Let's see what's going to be coming up that you need to know about. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What else do my Saggies need to know about what's going to be heading their way in the month of April? What do they need to know, Spirit? What do they need to know about what's heading their way in the month of April? What do they need to know? What do they need to know? What's heading their way? What's heading their way, Spirit? There's that Four of Swords again. It came out reversed, though. What's heading their way, Spirit? So what I'm getting from this, it's, you are trying to heal. I almost feel like you're trying to create a physical distance between you and something that you've been fixating on, and it's kind of been tying up your energy in some way. Maybe it's something you've been wanting to control, but it just doesn't feel like it's working out right now, and you want to move forward. There's like, man, this could have been so good. Like, this could have been the happiness that It's almost like you saw a glimpse of it and there's potential, but something isn't working. There's something here that someone has either taken too much from you or come in and maybe like, I don't want to say took advantage, but just kind of, took what they could from a situation. It could be work related. It could be family. It's a third party situation. It doesn't mean that your person is cheating on you. It could mean that it's the partners and a job, the partners and a parent, or a family member, or something that's creating an imbalance in the situation. For someone, I mean, it could be that someone else was involved, but I'm kind of getting that it's a dynamic here that isn't working, and it could have been happy. It's like it's kind of left you feeling a little negative about how this can work. It doesn't feel like people here are working well together. So this could, it could be love, it could be work. Why the trip and squirrel in reverse? So the wanting to keep control and fixate on the situation, it's you not like trusting, or you not ready to take the leap of faith. You're definitely trying to make distance between you and someone or something. I literally, I see you, you're like, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to row my boat away. I'm going to ride my sphinxes away. Like literally, you're like, I am going away. So some of you might be going away. Some of you might be creating physical distance. Whatever it is, I see you trying to create a mental distance from this. Loud message there. This situation is too imbalanced for you. You're losing patience with it because you've given it so much. And here you are, Saggy. You're the Temperance card, but right now you're not coming off as balanced. You want to move forward, but you're not possibly moving forward with the right intentions, or the intentions that are going to serve your highest good. Why the Sun reverse? You're heartbroken and disappointed. That's like, this situation disappointed you. You were supposed to build a stable home with this person. You're supposed to build a stable life. You're supposed to be able to come home from work and have the stability of your home to lean on. And even if you don't go to work, like, there's something not stable here. You can't lean on this. Or everything else is leaning on you. You might be the one that has put in a lot in this situation. Whatever it is, it's not lining up right now, my friends. And I know that something big has to change in order to shift that. And I know how that can feel, but I promise you it feels a lot better when you decide to take charge of the parts you can and surrender the parts that you can't. And I can literally tell you that every day, because I have lived that, and it's very difficult. But if you know, you know. If you feel it, you feel it. There's holding back here. Someone is holding back and not wanting to like, just making sure that they're not being hasty, or just they want to make a move forward and they're not, because there's a sense that something here isn't growing. If there was a friendship involved, I feel like even the friendship is kind of, I don't know if it's there anymore. It doesn't feel like a stable place to build. There could be children involved, because I see two coming up, an earth sign and a water sign. Doesn't have to be. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Libra, Aquarius. Oh no, Cancer, Libra, Aquarius. That's weird. Maybe those are signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Maybe those other two meant something to you though. And there's a sense of maybe even like holding back for them. There it is. I was kind of waiting for that. If there's no children involved, it just feels like there's a level of immaturity in emotions and plans and how things are viewed. But there's a partnership here that isn't lining up, but also a resistance to letting it go. You're holding on tight because it feels stable. It's uncomfortable, but you're already used to this level of discomfort. So why go out and get uncomfortable in a new way? Not saying I agree, just saying that's kind of what's coming through for me. I understand that energy as well. But when we're holding on tight to the little we do have, or the stability that we've worked hard for, when we're in this energy of almost like holding on out of fear or greed or not trusting, it's also blocking our abundance in other areas of our life. You can't just block one channel and leave the rest open. You block one, you block them all. That's also something I've learned throughout time. I used to joke, I used to be like, I can handle being heartbroken over a relationship as long as my money is good, as long as my work is flowing. And I didn't realize that by blocking myself off emotionally in that way, I could also be blocking myself off financially or blocking myself from blessings that are trying to come in, because we're not meant to be like compartmentalize our like mind, body, and spirit. It's like it's all a machine that works together, at least from my experience, my friends. All right, my Saggies. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What advice do we have for my wild little Saggy friends? I love your fiery little selves. I have a friend who like only she wants to have a baby, but the only kind of baby she wants is a Sagittarius. I just blew your candle out. I thought that was so funny. All right, what advice do we have for my Saggies? You have lots of options, okay? You have lots of options, and I know it might be confusing, but there's actually beauty in having options, because you can step back and evaluate what's going to be the best one for you. I'm also seeing that you're being encouraged to stand in your independence and your possible singlehood, if that relates to you. There's something here about working hard to build yourself back up. What advice? Did you guys see how that one flew out? Look it. That's exactly the card that I was thinking of when I was saying that. So that's what you're being encouraged to do, because right now you feel like you're dependent on a situation, and maybe you are. It could be financial or home-wise. Maybe you feel like you can't make it on your own. But I feel like you're going to get a new perspective when it comes to that. Ah, there it is. It's like you're going to grow from being this to being this, standing in your passions. Oh my God, I see divine counterparts. Look at that. This is a masculine and a feminine that are like on the same page, on the same level. They are both passionate. They do their own thing. People look up to them. This is a very fiery partnership. If this isn't romantic and it's about something else, if it's about work, or I don't know, these two people just work really well together and their confidence level is there. That's the most important part, is that both of these people have the confidence. So they're not approaching life with jealousy or just thinking about themselves. Like there's a real nice, like well-rounded, fiery passion with these people. A very nice partnership. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Someone's showing up inconsistent. This King of Wands could sometimes be non-committal because he just gets taken away by what excites him, whatever that might be. New work, new projects, new friends, new lovers, whatever that is. But he's very attracted to this Queen of Wands. And likewise, these two people are very attracted to each other. It wasn't a coincidence or by mistake that when they both flew out, they flew out facing each other. It's almost like I see you. Gaining clarity over something that you felt you couldn't, that wasn't reliable in the past. You're going to have like an epiphany or some truth coming in when it comes to that. Why the Nine of Pentacles in reverse? Part of your, whatever it is you're trying to keep control on or you were fixating on, is maybe keeping you in this energy of feeling like you're reliant or dependent on something else, but you are being encouraged to know that you can stand on your own. The King of Wands. Why the Knight of Wands in reverse? Yeah, this person's inconsistency made you not trust them, or may put a negative into all the sunshine. You're going to have clarity over where you have been investing, meaning the things you've been investing in that aren't growing. You're going to have clarity. It has to do with 3. Okay, it has to do with your family. And it's something that maybe for a long time you didn't want to think about, you didn't want to address, but there's clarity coming when it comes to that. I feel like there's even a realization of where you've been misplacing your time, money, energy, love, whatever it is. There's something here about like almost like cutting your losses or reprioritizing, because something here, I keep being told that something that involves other people in your life is not working. It's not working and no one is happy. Or at least you're not happy. I'm not reading for everyone else, but if all these people are involved, it feels like there's a dynamic here that isn't joyful. Something about the inconsistency of a situation or of a person, non-reliable. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. It's putting a damper on things. But I feel like you have like a truth coming in. You also have a new idea as to how to reprioritize things. Back to this over here. There's a new perspective coming in. Loud and clear. There's going to be a new something that comes up mentally for you in the month of April. It's going to be about a new opportunity or something that you can work on with someone else to build. It could be even getting to know someone. This could be getting to know someone that's watching you from a distance or someone that you've been watching from a distance. You guys, there's something about distance here. Y'all have to let me know. Slide into the DMs because I'm very curious as to why distance is a thing here. But there's like a feeling here of someone isn't making a move. They're sitting back and they're just kind of watching. There's a lot of mutual attraction. Someone might be waiting for a new opportunity with this King of Wands. So I don't know, my Saggies, if this is the same person as in the first part of your reading. I mean, you could resonate with either one of these people, but it just feels like there's a magnetic attraction here. Both fire signs, possibly. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, like yourself. Very fiery. I like it. Very passionate. I like how he's looking at her. Yeah, we already discussed all that. So my Saggies, this is the general part of your reading. I hope that you gained something from that. And let's move on to the love portion, which could just like literally be a continuation of what we just did right now. Let me light this. I don't like how, oh my God, I can't see from this angle. There we go. I don't like it when my little candles go out. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. Now can we check into my Saggies love life, please? What's going on in their love life in the month of April? Spirit's like, I literally just told you all about their love life. No, I don't know. I don't know if that was about love. I mean, it could have been about work. I don't know. It didn't feel like work, but I never like to assume that the entire collective is dealing with the same problem, because I know we're not, even though we are dealing with similar energies. All of our stories are slightly different. I am already seeing a lot of the same cards, just to let you know. I wouldn't be surprised if that Sun in reverse comes out. But we'll see. We'll see, Spirit. What's up with my Saggies love life in the month of April, Spirit? What's up with my Saggies love life? You're hanging back. Things feel like they're not going to be moving, but I think it's going to be to help you gain. Yeah, you're not going to be immediately moving forward. There's a King of Pentacles here, a provider, father figure, perhaps. Someone stable, something that's supposed to be like a pillar in the situation, very consistent and reliable. They're self-focused right now. They're not giving the stability and the consistency. You're not moving forward yet. I think these are just the things that you're kind of like starting to realize, and it's making you sad, and it's making you feel like you're losing something. It's also making you confused over which way to go. There we go. There's the Three of Cups again. These people keep showing up. You're confused over what to pick, what to do. You're being shown lots of options, possibly even people. Six of Swords in reverse. You're just kind of sitting back because you know you're too conflicted and you're just trying to release the conflict, whether that was arguments with someone else or things that were said or just in your own mind, just thinking. You're trying to release that. And it is going to be a period of time, but you are going to get a shift in perspective coming in. There is something toxic with this King of Pentacles energy. Could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Doesn't have to be. But there is something here that's very restrictive about this person, and you're trying to release it. You're trying to unchain yourself from whatever negativity or whatever had you bound to this person or this unstable situation. You're working on releasing it, and the sadness and the fear and the sadness that you have, it's in fear. It's fear based because this is new to you. You're thinking of what if this, what if that, or and it's just like you're addressing them. You're addressing those fears. You also know that there is something about this that you're not going to really know what lies ahead until you actually start going down that road. Why the Seven of Cups? 7 and 7. You're just in a very, you're in a place of decisions, my friend. But it's not like the two. It's not like the Two of Swords where you're trying to decide what to do. No, this is about evaluating on a bigger scale. This is reprioritizing. This is choosing very wisely where you want to invest. And I see you doing that because I feel like that's going to be a main focus. So if these are different people, you're figuring out like, well, I've already invested like this. Like, what have I gotten out of it? Is this even growing? Like that kind of stuff, If it's options on how to proceed forward, you're looking at the whole picture and seeing what has to go in order to make room for something else to grow. Why the Three of Cups? There's like not speaking going on with these other people. I don't know if you're close to them, if you live with them, if you work with them, if they're just friends. Feels like you're a little blocked off. You're like disconnecting, purposely not talking, maybe even like disconnecting from your own intuition. Any talking that you're doing is what's the right word? It's not deep. It's just like, oh, hey, how are you? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, things are good. And inside, you're just keeping it in. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Oh, I like that. We have the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups, a romantic offer when it comes to a partnership. I really like this. Maybe this means something to someone. We did see that King of Wands and Queen of Wands earlier. It feels like a very beautiful soulmate energy and someone like being lovey with you, presenting feelings. Wow, not to add more confusion, but maybe that means something to you. Oh wait, did we even talk about these? I'm like literally on channel mode. I realized that when I didn't talk about the Empress, it feels like I feel like you're the Empress. You're this beautiful, creative, you're staying grounded in a situation, but it's like there's no movement forward. You're like, no, I'm going to stay right here because I need to see what this masculine is up to, or I need to see what the moves are because there's something here that needs to be worked through and you need to decide how you want to invest going forward. Like I said, I feel like you're keeping to yourself, but just make sure that just because you're not talking to someone or about a certain thing, that you're not blocking your own intuition. Like, yeah, because there's something here about the way you're communicating isn't really the deep levels of what's going on. Or, I mean, it's whole, this high priestess, she's quiet and she holds secrets. So it's almost like, yeah, you're just not communicating in that way, which is fine, but just don't let it mess with your intuition. Like as you hear yourself saying something in a softer way or in explaining it differently, and you feel that pang inside of like, it's not really like that. Like those are the kind of things that can kind of mess with your intuition is what I mean. All right. Let's see what your advice is for your love life, and then we'll close your reading out with a charm reading. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What advice do we have for my Saggy friends, Spirit? What advice do we have for my Sagittarius in April when it comes to their love life? You're very attractive, my Saggies. I keep seeing you as the Queen of Wands, which means you're artsy. You're artsy and fartsy, perhaps. Just kidding. But it does feel like your creativity brings attention, and people like, maybe you dress a certain way or have a certain look or just carry yourself in a certain way. Oh my God, we're going to leave that there. It's finally upright, the Four of Wands, finding stability and commitment. There's heartbreak and disappointment when it comes to that. We'll keep going. What advice for my Sagittarius love life? There's conflict and competition coming up for some reason. With an ending. Okay. Advice for my Sagittarius love life. This ending is going to get you out of your comfort zone. And it does make you sad to think about. I mean, there is feelings there to process. Why the Four of Wands, Spirit, for the advice for my Sagittarius love life? You don't want to sleep over. No, you don't want to sleep over. No. You don't want to lose sleep anymore over the status or the foundation of your home or your relationship. It's like you're ready to be secure. And something here is like encouraging you not to maybe worry as much about the one thing that keeps going over in your head. There's heartbreak over feeling left out or like you don't have enough of something. But I see that changing. Maybe it even changes with admitting that you're hurt, you're heartbroken, you're sad. But it seems like if there's a separation, I see coming together. If there is not having enough of something, I see that getting better. Why the World card? There's a lot of conflict over what's going to be best or what's going to lead to happiness within the home or within the family. And that is present in your reading. Maybe there's differences in opinions or arguments about it. There's a change coming. There's a celebration coming with this Three of Cups. Spirit wants you to know that there's an ending, but it's a celebration. It's not like you might have feelings about it, but it feels like whatever this ending is, these people are good. It feels like a new chapter for these people, whether that's friends or family or whatever this is, coworkers. There's something here that's like, yay, we wrapped it up and now we get to live differently type of vibes. But again, it's not always super happy like that, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. So it depends on what your situation is. And the only reason I kind of backtracked is because, well, if it's a shift in the dynamic of a home, that's painful and sad, maybe it doesn't seem like a celebration in that moment, but there is something here that is going to be better. You don't want to stay in this Ten of Cups reverse energy. Why the Five of Cups? It's almost like you're excited about a new potential opportunity, something that's exciting. Why with the Five of Cups, Spirit, and that Page of Wands? I feel like it's the end of a cycle of being stressed out. Maybe you're processing feelings, but it feels like there's an exciting opportunity that's there. But it also comes with mixed feelings. That could be it because it's pushing you out of your comfort zone. It's pushing you out of your stability and you're still confused. All you know is that you're tired. You're emotionally, spiritually, and physically tired of this situation. Also, someone could be watching. You could be dealing with a younger air sign. Doesn't have to be. I did mention Libra, Aquarius earlier, possible Gemini. But yeah, there's something here about releasing the comfort, releasing being so rigid, and communication, or maybe it's with communication, like being a little less, I don't know if it's uptight or just holding on too tight. But there's something about communication coming in for you guys as well. How many pages do we have? Just 2? Yeah, you could be dealing with younger people or kids. Getting out of their comfort zones. air sign, fire sign children, perhaps. All right, my friends. Let's do your charm reading, and then let's send you on your way. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. Oh, what else can you tell my Sagittarius, Spirit? What can you tell my Sagittarius friends? All right, I love it. You got the kitty UFO pin. This is the High Priestess vibes, a reminder to tune into your own intuition. There's a lot of work that is being done from within. We have Angel Baby. Do we have any more hearts? No, this to me literally feels like Angel Baby, like a love for children or love from the past. Love that's young is what I'm feeling. We have, oh, I love this for you. We have the Fools. Like a new journey is coming, a new way of doing things. I love that. I saw that with the World card. We have Realize, 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 which this, to me, I correlate that to that Moon card in your reading, because it's like you're walking the path and you're having to decipher what's real and what's an illusion, like what was just made up in my mind as a fear and what's actually really there that I have to deal with. We have Don't Be Fake. Someone here could possibly not admitting how they feel or how they view a situation, maybe hiding their feelings. We have the Chamango pin. Maybe someone here likes little antojitos, which is funny because my friend, if you know who I'm talking to right now, she makes antojitos and she is a Sagittarius. So I will not mention her by name for her own privacy of this reading, but if you're watching, hello, friend. And we have the 9mm dagger pin, which this always means to me, pull the trigger on your passions. Pull the trigger on your passions. We have the haha clown pin. When this comes up, you have two pins about being real, wearing a mask type of deal. But this also makes me feel like someone hasn't been vulnerable or upfront because they're afraid of what the other person or other people might say. We have Sad Girl Sally, always a sign that someone here has been self-sacrificing and putting a lot into a situation. I always say Sally throws herself out the window and then mends herself later. There's something very beautiful and selfless about that. But at the same time, Sally needs to take care of herself. That's an acknowledgement that there is sadness in the situation that needs mending. I believe I did say that the work was inner healing for you. We have Ripe and Ready to Eat. This to me is that King of Wands, Queen of Wands energy. Lots of sexual attraction with that. Someone let me know what that's about. Let me live vicariously through you. Then we have the California vintage license plate of Aplácate, which is Spanish for calm the F down. It's slang. Just calm down. There's something here about relinquishing the control you don't need to keep and taking control over the parts that you can and you should take control over. All right, my powerful Saggy friends. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys.